Another good point is, let me think about a good point. I'll get back to you. I always jump into these videos with like one idea and then I don't have anything to fall back. You know, freestyle.
Yeah, dude.
Hajimemashte, buongiorno, guten tag, bonsoir, terugtoest. My name is Ru Kanga. I hope you enjoy your stay here. I'm going to be teaching you now a little bit about how you can create your own moves. But first, I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Because I don't have a very articulate voice, I'm trying to be heard. To you at least. So I'm going to talk about how to create your own moves and how to use just one move and create a whole set of combos from just one concept. And a lot of people get a misconception that you have to create a straight up fresh move like a tut, or you have to create a wave, or you can do anything you want. But as long as you have a foundation, you can manipulate the move however you want. For me, one of the most important aspects to dancing was the fact that I knew how to wave, I knew how to hit, I knew how to dime stop. I'm still working on these things, but I know the basic concepts. So if I know how to do a wave, that means I sort of know all the steps that are required, and that thought process is going to help me use it otherwise. So if I'm doing a sideways wave, if you do a wave sideways, it's going to be the same thing as if you do one normally. You just have to think in its foundational core. But basically, if you want to create your own move, I think one of the best ways, look around you. Look at everything that you can use or kind of be inspired by. Anything that's moving, anything that's standing still, the way things have their own properties. For example, the way a piece of paper works, how it can bend, how it can fold. You can fold in different ways. Being able to connect with the outside world is going to help you a lot with coming up with new ideas. Sometimes it's good to create a setting so it's easier to understand what you're doing. For example, if I want to do a sliding down move with my head, if I create a line here and then tilt it, this is going to give the viewer a lot better idea of what I'm doing, what's happening. If I'm doing an impression of someone, I want that impression to have as many different aspects of that person. If I'm going to do an accent or an impersonation of someone, I want to take all the small details and put them together. So to make it really clear for the viewer and to make a much better effect. So if I'm going to hit a wall, for example, I'm not just going to stop. I'm going to have an effect. And if I create the wall with my arm, that's going to add the indication of what's stopping me. So putting together these things is going to help you get a more clear message to the viewers. But also, you're going to find out different ideas, because once I have this wall, I can use that as a new move. I can include this and then start sliding or whatever. And you don't want to pinpoint one thing and say, oh, this is what it's going to be. You can choose whatever you want and then move from there. Any move can change at any point. And you have to be okay with anything. Because if you have that open mind, then nothing is impossible. You know. So I'm going to give you some basic angles that you can work with. Because with your arms, a lot of people dance with their arms because we have great control of our arms. And being able to create concepts with your arms is a good start. Then you can start including different body parts. And so on and so. But you have to think a little bit about why am I doing this, what order am I doing this, and what speed, whatever. So if my move is a slow kind of like, that's kind of like me going like, yeah, look over here, like, look at that girl. But if I'm doing like a fast one, it's kind of like something is passing by me really quickly, like a bullet. But also the order of things, the way you do it. You can do the same combo in so many different ways. If I'm just doing a basic one of these, depending on the order, I can switch. And the properties, I can make it like a wavy, because I have that foundation already known. I already know how to use that. I can do like a tick, do something over here, come back to it. And you see right now, this is the foundation of that combo, but I don't have to be locked into it. It's just there, so you have something to attach to. So these different moves, if you want to make them work together, you have to have good transitions as well. So if I'm over here doing like a tut, doing a little kind of like showcase with tuts, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a wave. That's not gonna work. Because it's gonna, some people will notice it, some people won't, but if you're able to, you should try and connect these moves, because it's gonna look like the performance is still going on. So if I want to start waving now, see how I did? So any move that you want to connect, you just have to find that central point. If I want to start doing the robot now, now's a good time to wave. But knowing the basic concepts of how you can manipulate things is so important that you should be like training that as well as your technique, because the technique comes from experience. Technique comes, I'm still learning technique, I'm still learning concepts. You always have to try and expand your horizon. I know it sounds cheesy, but there's so much to see, and like I'm blind at this point, just because I know there's so much and I don't know what to choose. So I'm kind of testing musicality and trying to change things up, and you have to make your own decision. Do you want to be good at techniques, like the way you're able to move your body, or do you want to be creative, like you're always thinking of new concepts? Or do you want to be more focusing on music, musicality? You know, you have to decide that for yourself. I think the best thing to do is try all of them. And I mean, it's important for a dancer to know all of them. The way you want to mold yourself into a dancer is not gonna, you shouldn't let someone like me or anyone else tell you what to do. But being open-minded to ideas is always helpful. If you're stuck on moves, try moving in different directions, try moving in different speeds, try listening to different music, because it's gonna trigger different thought processes. And same with technique. If you feel like you're not getting better at your techniques, I still work on my basics every day, just so I know what I'm supposed to do. Same with my hits. My hits aren't that great, but I'm gonna work on them, and I'm gonna find different ways of hitting. If I'm only using my arms, whole body, or if I'm just hitting with like a single body part. Splitting yourself up into different sections is going to help you be able to understand what you're doing, because you can just go, oh, I did this, and that's going to help me in this area. Now music is a bit tricky. Music you have to be very... you have to be able to not listen to the song. And I know it sounds crazy, but... This is everything that's happening, you know. You have the... But if you can add those together, so you kind of combine the instruments and go... So you're kind of not doing the same thing over and over. Some people, I do it quite often. I'll stick to one instrument, then I'll switch. But I've started to learn to use the bass and the kick and the snare and everything and try to manipulate them at best. Because you don't want to be stuck on one thing because it becomes very predictable. And so if you experiment with just trying to move randomly. And it doesn't matter which beat you hit, as long as you hit a beat. Even if there isn't a beat, I can invent something. Like ba 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 da 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 ba da ba da ba ba da 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 da. You see, you just have to be in the frame of the song. Unless you're really abstract, and maybe you're not. Maybe you don't need it. Anyways, this has been a long video. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of time to edit. So I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. If you like it, then like it. If you want to comment, then comment. If you want to subscribe, by all means. This is Ru Kanga. I hope you have a great day, and see you next time.